In this second part of the project, we're going to be placing our map into the silhouette of our object. To kind of finish off some framing with the map, we also will be placing an object behind it that kind of helps frame the entire poster. I've chosen a circle for this example. You'll see some other ones, in the upcoming video. All right, let's hop to our current state of the project, which is this. The thing that you'll definitely need for this video is your map. So let me slide over Photoshop and you'll see I have my Tokyo map here. As long as your file is on your desktop, you can right click it or two-finger click it, and you're looking for copy right here. Now that it's copied, we'll move Photoshop back over, and on layer 1, our outline, I want you to hold down the command key and click on the thumbnail. When you do, you'll notice that everything becomes like a dotted line that you drew. Now we can paste the map into it. To do that, at the top of the screen where it says edit, click that. Then you're going to look for paste special. Hover over that and go to paste into. You'll notice that your map fits in here. However, it's probably not sized right. Take the move tool up here with the top left and make sure auto select is not chosen, but show transform controls is. While that's the case, use these corner pocket boxes to size your map up. In addition to just making it bigger, you can also rotate it. If you hover over one of the corners, you'll notice your arrows change to more of like a curved arrow. I'm going to rotate it taller. I'm holding shift there to keep it at a 90-degree angle and make it a little bit bigger in a couple different directions. I'm going to move it down a little bit so I can see some of the ocean nearby, and then I'm going to hit the return key, which gives me a lot better quality of a map. Let me take a little bit of a zoom out right here just to get a better sense of frame and maybe get the whole thing in picture. One thing that you're going to want to do once your map is solid and locked is go to layer 2 where we pasted it and look at this gap right here. If you click, now it's a chain link, and what that does is when I move this around, the whole shape of the Torii Gate moves with it. So just a heads up. Now the shape, this circle right here, how did I get that and what other options do you have? In your file, you're going to look for a tool. It's probably under rectangle tool down here towards the bottom. If you click with two fingers or right click, you'll notice that you have a couple different options. You can even play around with the custom shape tool, which is a little bit more advanced, and you can download other options with it. I'm just going to stick with these right here. In my example, you saw that I did a circle. Thought that made sense with the whole Land of the Rising Sun, but for this example, I'll be trying a different shape, the triangle tool right here. Once you have that, your settings up top here are really important. You want to click on the fill and you want to choose this red slash, which means none. We just really want an outline, or well, stroke is the name of an outline in Photoshop. And you want to choose a solid black color. So just pick black and you're good. The size is very important. I highly recommend 5px for pixels. You can manually type that in up at the top. Once you have all that, you now can make your shape. If you click and drag, you'll see that it starts making a shape, but it's a little wonky. If you hold down the shift key while you're sizing your shape up, you'll notice that it is quite literally perfect. Once you have it made, go back to the move tool, the top left arrow tool, and then you can move your shape into place. I made mine a little big, so I'm going to size it back down and shimmy it over, get it into a spot that I think is pretty cool. If you want to preview it without the box around it, up here in the top you can hit this check mark. Looks like it still has the box. So what I do is I just go to the rectangle marquee tool here and click. That way you get a more solid preview. You'll notice though, if I zoom in, the triangle is in front of the map. So let's go over to our layers here, this triangle 1 layer, click and drag it below layer 1 so it looks something like this. Last but not least, composition really matters. I think this might be a little too center frame and a little to the right. So what I want to do while triangle 1 is selected, I'm going to hold the shift key and click on my top layer, layer 2. You can tell that they all highlighted because they all turned gray. If I take the move tool here, I can now shimmy around the entire thing and get it into a little bit of a better position going forward. I like that quite a lot. Perfect. I can even play around with other things. You can make more than one shape. Careful that it doesn't go too haywire when you do that. I can take this triangle, try to make something a little bit similar to the other one. I can take the move tool here and I can rotate it around. I'll hold shift so it kind of clicks in, and then I'll put this one kind of below the other if I want to kind of like a cool little effect like that. Let me move that triangle 2 layer down to the bottom and just kind of view what that might look like. Kind of neat. Might roll with it for now. All right, that's the video. Play around with your framing and shapes. In the final video of this project, we're going to go over text and just final touch-ups. All right, take care.